What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit up those links down below. And now, let's get into the episode. It is Friday, September 18th, 2020, and it is about 6:10 in the morning. Welcome in. The end of the work week. If you are working and, have a regular job. Man, today I am tired. I did not get great sleep last night. I am pretty exhausted. My eyes are really heavy already. Haven't even smoked or anything this morning. I'm tired, man. Got my Black Rifle coffee here though. That should be a good little boost to start the morning. Got a little bit of OG flour that I'm gonna, grind up, and I think I have one bowl here that was from the other day. Take that, maybe grind up a little bit more, get into a few topics and things like that. Let's just get into this right now. So like I said, I have this Black Rifle coffee right here. I have the Fit Fuel blend, and yeah, it's really good. I learned about Black Rifle coffee through, I believe, The Fighter and the Kid had them as a sponsor, does have them as a sponsor, or did at one point. But mainly over the last handful of months, I've been seeing them advertised all the time because of Steven Crowder, and then slightly offensive Elijah Schaefer as well. And then my dad just decided to, try it out. And he got this Fit Fuel blend, and this Fit Fuel blend says, let this medium roast fuel your inner athlete with a delicious combination of bold and smooth flavors and a malt finish. Unlike a motivational gym quote, this high caffeine blend will actually kickstart your workout. And yeah, it's like in between a light medium roast. And it's smooth, man. I'm telling you, it's really smooth. It's probably the best coffee I've ever had. I mean, I'm not, a coffee snob. I have coffee all the time. I love it, but, I just get the regular stuff, typically, like Maxwell House or something like that. But this Fit Fuel, man, this Black Rifle coffee is amazing. It's really, really good stuff. For sure. They are not an ad, not a sponsor or anything like that. I'm just trying to give them a shout out because I have coffee every morning. And, typically my dad was getting a lot of just the Albertsons brand coffee now, like over the last few months, handful of months or whatever. So that's what we've been having. So this is a complete upgrade from just a store brand coffee. This stuff is just really good, and it's like their company is here in the United States. They're veteran owned and operated and all of that, and they give back to law enforcement agencies and first responder, things like that, veterans and all of that. So they're very helpful when it comes to those things, and support a US based coffee company. I know they're outsourcing or getting beans from other countries and things like that. But, that's what you got to do, I guess. I don't think the United States has good climate for coffee growing. I think Hawaii only, maybe. But I think that's a very specific type of coffee. So you kind of have to import the coffee beans from other places. What else? I was gonna say something, but I was in mid-sentence and I lost my train of thought, and I'm telling you, man, I'm tired today. I am tired. So what else? So yesterday, I woke up and felt pretty motivated, and I immediately started getting some chores done, did a few loads of laundry, just started cleaning up around my room, cleaning up around the house, and yeah, the first few hours of the morning from like 5:30 or something, 5, 6 o'clock, I was just busy doing chores, and it felt good. It felt good to get stuff done and kind of have that purpose or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it was good to get up and just get going, start checking things off on my list. There's still a few things I need to do today, I think, but for the most part, I got a good majority of the stuff done yesterday morning. And then we had someone from Spectrum come out to check on the internet and all of that, because we've been having, really bad internet problems over the last handful of weeks or so. And he checked a few things, checked a few cables, changed out some connectors and things like that. Had an issue again when he left, like a few hours later, but it was only really quick, really small, and I don't even know if it really had to do with the internet. It could have just been having to do with cell phone service. So I don't know. Hopefully it just works though, man, because I'm tired of these internet struggles and internet problems, man. It's not fun. It is not fun to deal with. It's like you're in the middle of something and then it just drops, and nothing you can do about it. So hopefully we get it kind of under control and get it taken care of now, and we don't run into those issues. And it was interesting. I talked to the guy when he was here checking on some stuff, and once he kind of finished up, I kind of showed him where the garage was in relation to our apartment or whatever, condo. And he says it's probably too far to pick up internet, which just sucks. He said there's an option of a mesh system. So I was doing some research looking that up, but it's a few $100, man, and I still don't even know if it would get me coverage out here. So a little frustrating. It's just I want to be able to have internet out here, man. I want to be able to live stream and do it live. Fuck it, let's do it live. That's what I want to do, but for some reason I just I have the issues, I guess. I don't know. Frustrating though, that's for sure. It is frustrating. So yeah, so he came over. We got that taken care of. He left. I started listening to some music, and once I started listening to music, all my motivation and all of that just went away, and then I got super emotional and started getting in my feelings and all of that. And I guess it was needed, because I was feeling so on a high, I guess. I don't know what it was, but I was feeling so amped up or whatever that, it was too good to be true to be feeling decent like that. And then, it all just came kind of crashing down or whatever. And I just got really emotional. But it was fine. It was all good. What else? Just trying to think. I swear, man, my brain is just today. Man, crazy. I am exhausted. But yeah, I didn't do too much after that. Just kind of was chilling, and then later in the evening, maybe around 5 or so, 4:30, 5 o'clock, I went over to a restaurant to meet my mom to have a little dinner. Mendocino Farms. I got a little Impossible Burger and some of their potato salad. Great stuff. Yeah, I love their food over there. Yeah, man. It was good. It was good to see my mom and catch up. I think it had kind of been a while since we've really done that. So that was good. That was a good thing for sure. Speaking of family, I gotta reach out to my brother maybe this weekend, maybe today. I don't know. See how he's doing, see what he has going on. Maybe we can get together, hang out at some point this weekend. I don't think I have any plans as of right now. So just gonna be, going with the flow, I guess. Even though it stays pretty stagnant here. There's not much of a flow. I don't do much, that's for sure. Just not much to do. But it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, after that came back home and came out to the garage, did a little writing for a little bit, and yeah, it was good. It was good. Then so around that time, there was some stuff that happened, but I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna put anybody on blast. I'm not gonna, it's personal stuff. So, I'm just gonna keep that to myself. It's like I want to talk about it, but I care, and I don't wanna hurt anybody, and I don't want to put anybody's personal information out there. So I'm just gonna keep that to myself, and just know that it was good. It was pretty decent. But then because of that, I just got terrible sleep. My mind just would not stop going. So, it is what it is. Man, I gotta stop saying that. But it's becoming too much of a habit. Like Bert Kreischer's 100%. Yeah. So that was cool, what happened, and that was cool. It was good for the most part, I would say. But then it just really affected my sleep. And it was funny because I was like, sleep is extremely important. We need sleep. Sleep is important. And then I go and don't get good sleep. Pretty tough. So my mental is a little off. Just, dealing with the lack of sleep. And yesterday, so back to, I'm all over the place right now. I'm telling you, it's hard to keep up right now with my brain. My brain is moving too slow. Some parts are moving too slow while other parts are still firing like super fast, and I just can't catch up to process it quick enough. I was supposed to have my therapy appointment yesterday as well. So that was another thing that was supposed to be going on late morning, like around 11 a.m. for about an hour. Around 10:30 or so, 10:15, somewhere around there, I get a text from my therapist saying there's like an evolving emergency and he needs to reschedule. So I wasn't able to get my therapy appointment yesterday, which I could have probably needed. But it's all good. He wasn't able to, and I'm not sure when we're going to be able to reschedule yet. He said he would reach out with some dates and times and all of that as soon as possible. But, yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a bummer that I wasn't able to get that appointment in yesterday. But just gotta continue with the good mindset and just keep it positive, man. That's all I can try and do. I go through these waves of where I'm decent, and then it becomes a struggle, and it's just this back and forth. It's this roller coaster thing, and I gotta get on top of it. I gotta do the work. I gotta get better, and that's what we gotta do. All right, so we got about 15 minutes in, so that is cool. Again, I'm trying to just test myself a little bit to see kind of how long I can really go before I start, sputtering out a little bit. You know, but thinking about it, thinking about what's to come, everything should be fine. The episodes might get a little bit shorter, maybe around 40 minutes in October or so, but it's like I haven't even gone to my phone for the stories or anything yet, the articles I want to read. So it's like if I don't smoke right now, when I smoke, it'll probably end up around 45, 50 minutes or so. Right now, 50 minutes probably. But when I won't be smoking, I'll probably just continue going, start reading the stories, talking about it, all of that. So it'll probably cut out a few minutes. But who knows? I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how I'll handle that. So we'll see. We shall see. Let's get this last little bit of this right here. And then we'll grind up some more in a few minutes. So let's get it going. All right. Cheers, everybody. Clean glass, clean water, all of that good stuff. Damn. A little bit of a cough this morning. A little bit of a cough. Alrighty then. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Did that. So we got just a few little articles to read and go over. So the Padres didn't play yesterday. They had a day off. And they were supposed to be going up to Seattle, but I guess the air quality up there is, pretty bad. And Seattle, the Mariners were already in San Francisco, I guess. So on the off day yesterday, they just instead of the Padres going up to Seattle came down to San Diego. No, yeah, let's just get into this this little article. It should explain a little bit more. This is from NBC7 San Diego. Padres versus Mariners series moved from Seattle to San Diego. Let's get into this. 2020 September schedule for the Padres was already travel friendly. Their only trip outside the state of California was supposed to be this weekend in Seattle. Now they don't even have to make that flight. Wildfires in the Pacific Northwest have made the air quality bad enough for Major League Baseball to move the 3-game weekend series between the Mariners and the Padres from T-Mobile Park down to Petco Park. The Padres will be the road team for all 3 games in their own ballpark. That'll be interesting. Friday night's game will start at 6:40 p.m., while Saturday's first pitch is set for 6:10 p.m., and Sunday's afternoon finale gets underway at 1:10 p.m. Seattle had already moved some home games against the Giants to San Francisco this week. With the 2 games set at home against the Angels scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday, the Padres will get to spend an astonishing 17 straight days in their own city in the heart of a pennant race. This development also gives the Padres the chance to have a celebration on their home turf. That's cool. That'll be exciting. San Diego's magic number to clinch the playoff spot is just 3, so they have a chance to secure a postseason berth for the first time since 2006 this weekend in their own city instead of Seattle. The final 4 games of the year will be in San Francisco, where they'll play a doubleheader on Friday, being the home team for one of the games, then the last 2 games of the regular season on Saturday and Sunday. So that's what's going on here. That'll be kind of exciting. The Padres definitely have a good chance to clinch that playoff spot. So that'll be exciting. And it'll be awesome if they can, go get the sweep this weekend and then be able to, actually celebrate a playoff berth here at their own park, man. Like after the game or whatever. Like that would just be really cool. And I know that wouldn't be the end of the season. That's not the goal. But the goal is to win it all. Go for the big cake, like Tatis says, So that's the goal. That's what they want. But to be able to like celebrate that milestone of clinching a playoff spot in your home ballpark, I think that would be a cool experience for sure. So that is what's going on for the weekend. And yeah, the baseball season, the regular season is winding down fast. It seems like this season just came and went just really fast, but I guess it did with only 60 games. That's what's gonna happen. It's only 2 full months of baseball spread across 4 months or something like that, 3.5 months, something like that. Not too long, but yeah. I don't want it to end, man. I don't want it to end. I love baseball, and especially this Padres team. It's a really fun team. So I don't know what I'm going to be talking about for a majority of the time coming up after the season is done, I mean, I'm sure I'll figure it out, but this has been a pretty major part of a talking point for my episodes because I love it, man. I love the Padres, and I love sports, but it seems like a lot of sports I've been kind of falling out of love with, and it's just, I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why. It's like when you start mixing the politics with the sports, it just drives me crazy. And then the fact that San Diego only has the Padres now, like as far as a professional sports team, like from the Big Four or whatever, that, that's why I'm even more passionate about the Padres and baseball than anything else, because just like how I feel in regular life, is like the sports teams abandoned me too, man. Is like the Chargers left, the Clippers left before, I don't even ever remember them being here in San Diego, but yeah, it's just like I just get left all the time, man, and that's just something I gotta deal with. So, yeah, that's funny, but I don't I love. But then there's UFC, and I've been loving that. I've been loving that for sure. It doesn't even really matter the card, honestly, because fights are fights, and they're typically good fights regardless. It doesn't usually matter what the matchup is, because the undercards are usually the people of the future, or who are trying to prove themselves to make a name for themselves. So it's fun watching the undercards and the prelims and all of that, but I don't do it all the time. But man, when I have nothing else going on and there's just a UFC event going on, I love watching the whole thing. I love it because it doesn't matter if I know them or not. I want to see good fights. And that's what's cool about the UFC too, is because, it is just one-on-one and it's personalized, but you still, for me, usually whenever there's somebody from San Diego, I'll try and root for them, you know? And there's quite a few people that train out of like San Diego gyms and stuff. So whenever I see somebody from San Diego, I'll always try and go for them. Or if there's like a 10th Planet person, you know, I'll always try and go for them. So those are my teams when it comes to, you know, fighters and fighting and things like that. But it doesn't, like, even that is not, you know, end all be all, because there's been people probably from 10th Planet where I like the other person, like, as a personality or whatever. But yeah, it's but anybody from like 10th Planet Oceanside, 10th Planet San Diego, always got to go for them. I don't even care like who the other person is, you know? But man, these fights coming up this weekend. You got Cowboy Cerrone versus Nico Price. I think that's the co-main, and that should be a scrap right there, man. Cerrone's coming back for, you know, for the first time since his loss to McGregor. I think that was earlier this year. Lost in 40 seconds in the first round. And that's what's cool about Cowboy, man. He just puts that behind him. He's on like a 4-fight losing streak. And he just doesn't even think about that, man. He's just like, give me the next fight. Let's go. I like this dude's attitude. I like that he's just willing to scrap, get it done. And, you know, it should be a good brawl. It should be a good scrappy fight between the two for that one. And then we have the main event, Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington. And, you know, Colby had left ATT, American Top Team, and is his own brand now, Colby Covington Incorporated. And he's just doing his own thing. I think he brought in like a new coach, or so, I don't know exactly his whole new situation or whatever, but he's taking more charge of himself and doing it that way. And I like that. It's so funny because first hearing about Colby when he kind of started this persona, I was just listening to everybody else. I didn't know who he was, you know? But I was just hearing, oh, this guy sucks, and he's just you know, he's just a troll. Oh, he sucks. He's not even good, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I bought it right up, man. I was like, oh, fuck Colby, fuck that, and all this stuff. Just because I was like listening to other fighters that I liked, you know what I mean, as personalities, like a Ben Askren or whatever, you know, like I liked them. So what they said, I was like, oh yeah, so fuck Colby. But once I actually started like listening to him on my own and, you know, started saying fuck what everybody else says, dude is hilarious. Dude is like, he's a great fighter, obviously. And it becomes evident that like he's putting on a character. It's straight up like WWE. And once you like realize that, dude, I just like, oh, I loved it. I was like, yes, give me more of this, man. Like, this is hilarious. And people just hate it. And I just eat that up because it is hilarious. It's like people get so triggered and so just like, oh, so mad at him. And he wears the MAGA hat and or the Keep America Great Again hat. And it's just triggering to a lot of people. And I think that's hilarious because, you know, I'm sure he truly does support the president like that, you know, but to be on all the time like that, it's a character, man. It's a character. But this fight should be a great fight. I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of going to suck because it's going to be going head to head with the Padre game, so I'm probably going to have to skip the Padre game. Oh, that's a tough one for me to even say, but these fights I'm really looking forward to. I really am. Maybe I'll have the fights on one screen and then I'll find the Padres on my phone or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I will figure it out. But yeah, I was just like, I just thought about that right now. I was like, oh damn, I'm only gonna have to watch one of those two, and the Padres are in the midst of clinching a playoff berth. So what the hell? Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's grind up a little bit more of this. Let's grind up a little bit of this OG here. And then we got a couple more things to go over. But we'll get into that in just a moment. All right. Gotta love the OG. Got to love the OG. I swear, even like not the best quality OG is still pretty good. Like I've had some bad OGs, like like maybe like $25-$30 eighths or whatever. This stuff right here was like $80 for a half ounce. So that's pretty cheap, and it's not bad OG, man. Not bad. I mean, I miss top shelf stuff. I just don't see the purpose in it anymore. Right now. Honestly. It's too expensive. Doesn't even make any sense for weed to be that expensive. It's crazy. I mean, I understand there's like work to it, like I get it. There's soil nutrients, all that stuff. Like I 100% get it. But to sell ounces and stuff for like $400, $350, $380, like it's ridiculous, man. Especially, like I'm talking about dispensaries. So it's crazy. Like that top shelf stuff is just insane. And I don't think that's worth it. But that is just my opinion. I miss it though. I used to only smoke top shelf. That's all I would get. $20 a gram. $55 to $60 an eighth. Crazy. But it was great stuff though. Man, I miss it. I do miss it. But let's get into this and we'll, get into these last couple of articles. Cheers. All right. So I gotta find the article real quick because I thought this was pretty interesting. So, Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul fight reportedly agreed for this year? What? Floyd Mayweather has been hinting at a boxing comeback for years now. The last time the Money Man stepped into the ring in a professional setting was in 2017 when he defeated UFC superstar Conor McGregor to take his record to 50-0. Damn, that was 2017. Crazy. Wow. Since that record-breaking fight, Mayweather has partaken in an exhibition bout against Japanese kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa back in December 2018. That's right. A fight which the American won with ease. The 43-year-old is now officially in retirement, but we all know that Mayweather will make a comeback if the financial rewards on offer are lucrative enough. Looks like that scenario is about to play out once again. They fucked up on wording. This is how it says. I'm going to read it word for word. I corrected them a little bit, I think. Well, it looks like that scenario is about to play out once again. So yeah, that's completely not a proper sentence. Well, it looks like that scenario is about to play out once again. That is how it should read, in my opinion. I could be off on that, but to me, that was a struggle. It looks like that scenario is about to play out. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's because starting reports suggest Mayweather is set to fight YouTube sensation Logan Paul in an exhibition bout this year. YouTuber Keemstar posted on his official Twitter page, which has 2.8 million followers, that a boxing insider has informed him of an agreement between the two parties. The Fighting News, Mike Feinberg backed up claims made by Keemstar, declaring that a contract has already been signed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is coming out of retirement, has just officially signed a contract to fight an exhibition match against Logan Paul. Feinberg said, "I don't understand the fight. Logan Paul has tried his hand at a professional boxing against the other nobodies. Against the other nobody that nobody's ever heard of. Paul's now 0-1, and he's going to be fighting one of the best in Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be a joke of a fight, but it's signed. It's official. I heard it from a reputable source today and even saw the signed picture of the signed contract. Floyd signed on the dotted line for this exhibition match. Paul made his professional boxing debut last year, losing to fellow YouTube sensation KSI in Los Angeles. Now it looks like the 25-year-old is set to take on one of the greatest fighters to have graced the sport, despite possessing a 0-1 record. To tell the truth, it's near enough impossible to get excited about the prospect of the bout, but as we all know, money talks." So I understand why they're kind of a little bit hesitant about it. With Logan Paul having the loss, I personally don't think he lost that fight, but record shows he does. But Logan Paul is young. I'm sure he's been constantly training and putting in that work. So I'm not saying, so of course there's always a chance. But so the more I'm thinking about it is like, I don't understand it. But at the same time, I do understand it because it's like Floyd wants to test himself against these young guys who are hungry and who can, he wants to test himself against the guys who think they got it. Who think they got that hunger, who think they can take him out. Like a McGregor, who think they can come in cocky and just take him out, and then he just does his thing. So I think that might be kind of a similar thing that Logan Paul has going on, where he's just this young, hungry guy and just wants to take out the best, and then Floyd is just gonna do what he does. Who knows where there's not any additional information or anything like that as of now, but I'm sure it'd be in Vegas. I'm interested, but I don't see it going any really differently than kind of how the McGregor fight went. I do kind of believe that Logan Paul will get some punches in on Mayweather. I don't think it'll be a complete wash. People didn't think Conor was going to land one punch, and I watched that fight not too long ago again, and he did decent, he did okay. He was fine. But it does show that there are levels to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I saw that this morning. I was like, what? I think I saw it yesterday, but I wanted to reread it again. I was like, are you, what? That's crazy, but looks like it's happening, man. Looks like it is gonna be happening. Doesn't say when, or like I said, doesn't say when or where, but all it says is that the contract was signed and it is set to happen this year. Interesting. I wonder if Connor's big mad. That'd be crazy. That'd be funny. He's big mad because of other reasons, man. He has some personal stuff going on, other allegations and stuff like that. Not a fun situation to be in for him. You know, if they're false allegations, that's terrible. If they're true, then you know he needs to pay for his consequences, man, for sure. But if they're false allegations and people are just creating these stories to destroy someone's life, that's not cool either. And that's scary. And you never know what the real situation is, because people with money have power and they could pay people off, hush people up. You know, they have the power, so they can change the narrative. So he can be like, he could pay people off and be like, no, they're like destroying my life and all this. Well, meanwhile, he actually was doing. It's like, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying people with money and power can operate differently, you know? They don't have to really follow the rules like a person with no money makes, you know? They can skirt around that gray zone a little bit more, you know? But we'll see what happens. I hope they aren't true, but you never know. You never know. You really don't. There was one more, just staying kind of within that UFC sports realm. There was, where is it? Really? I know I saw it. There it is. I was like, where did it go? Because I had it in my notes. I was like, I know I saw it right here. I kind of made a mark for it for a reason. Recently retired Daniel Cormier in very early conversations with WWE about possible gig. Now that Daniel Cormier is retired from active mixed martial arts competition, the former Ultimate Fighting Championship champ has plenty of time to spend with his family as well as work on other interests, like practicing his golf swing. But the former Olympian turned MMA champion might be making his way to another form of combat sports. As DC revealed, he has been in early talks to join WWE, but he won't be doing it as a wrestler. Instead, he'll be working as a play-by-play man. Quote, "We've been talking," Cormier told Sports Illustrated. "We've spoken to some of the people over there in very, very early conversations. WWE is a company I've watched and loved my entire life. Put me at that commentary table," Cormier added. "Let me call the matches for 6 months and tell you how great these wrestlers are in the ring. I would love that, and I wouldn't be faking it. WWE is something I've loved my entire life." Of course, Cormier is no stranger to doing commentary. He's still employed by UFC as a color commentator, something he isn't planning on giving up anytime soon. Furthermore, quote, "Triple H, one of the top execs for the wrestling promotion, has gone on record in the past saying he'd love to work with Cormier. If and when that happens," Triple H says, "it would be via Dana White's blessing in order to not interfere with Cormier's obligations with UFC, since the ex-champion is still under a contract with the promotion." While Cormier is only in talks to do commentary for WWE, don't be too surprised if you see him get enticed to jump in the ring as a part of a storyline should he come to terms with Vince McMahon and company. He may even get the chance to finally get his hands on Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting because, I've been, listening and kind of following DC for a while now, handful of years. And he's been very vocal that he's been a WWE fan, supporter since as long as I've been knowing who DC was, So, and then Kane went over there. I don't think he's still with the company. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was just a one brief little run thing. But, he had that connection. He kind of saw his buddy go over there and stuff, and seeing these other MMA stars, UFC stars, kind of, Brock was over there. But I don't even think he's with the company right now anymore. So I don't know why they said that. Because I think his contract's up, and we'll have to. Yeah, I don't think he's signed right now. Like, I thought I was reading like he's in talks with, Bellator. They're maybe in talks with. Obviously WWE. I'm sure he's in talks with, and I'm sure he's in talks with UFC. But who knows with Brock, man? He's always keeping us on our toes for sure. You never know with that. Oh man, I am just so tired today. I need to go back in and probably close my eyes for a little bit. I am very tired. Very, very tired. Tried getting to bed, but then I just tossed and turned. I probably got into bed at like 9. Probably didn't get to sleep till midnight. Woke up a couple times in between then. And got up at 5. So I am feeling it. I am very, very exhausted already, and it is just the start of the day. Just the start. So who knows what the day will bring today. Gonna try and make it a good one, but I think I am gonna get on out of here. I'll have one more little snap, because I think that'll help me maybe go back in and just close my eyes for a little bit. I think King and the Sting will be on, so maybe throw that on and fall asleep for an hour while this is exporting and doing its thing. And then I can maybe wake up a little bit more refreshed after an hour. 'Cause, man, I am struggling this morning. It's been a while since I've been this much of a struggle as far as sleep. I've been struggling with sleep, but this might have been the worst one. And damn brain won't shut off. Won't shut off. It's like I just wish I could detach it sometimes, and just like take my head off for a little bit and not have to deal with anything. It sounds pretty nice, but not reality. Gotta live with it. just what it is. Cheers, everybody. All right, I am gonna get on out of here. I appreciate you if you are still listening. If you are, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Maybe leave a comment down below. That would be cool as well. I would respond. Yeah. I will be back on Monday for another episode of the Real WerD podcast, so tune into that. I will be back on Tuesday for Tuesday Morning Tokes. Hopefully, Zach and myself will be able to get an episode in on Tuesday as well. But in the meantime, go check out @the_No World Order podcast on Instagram. You can go check out all the IGTVs if you want to check out the audio only. It is here on YouTube, but again, that's @the_No World Order podcast on Instagram. And that is about it. I appreciate you guys, and until next time, have a good weekend. Until next time, peace.